Developing now, authorities are investigating a bomb threat at the home of Judge Arthur Engeron, who is overseeing the civil fraud case against former President Donald Trump's business practices in New York. Closing arguments in the case are moving ahead as scheduled.
We don't need another mealy-mouthed politician who just tells you what she thinks you want to hear just to try to get your vote, then to get in office and to do her donors' bidding.
Leadership's about getting things done. How did you blow through $150 million in your campaign and you were down in the polls?
So here's
I
not
think this is very
instructive.
Now I'm going to say.
I think it's very instructive about how Nikki Haley sees the world.
Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis sparred at the CNN Republican presidential debate in Iowa, the final debate before next week's Iowa caucus. Haley sought to portray DeSantis as a liar, and DeSantis tried to paint Haley as a corporatist. But one thing they both agreed on, that frontrunner Donald Trump should have been there. Instead, Trump was on a Fox News presidential town hall.
And she's going to get smoked, and you and I both know it. She's not up to this.
That was Christie, the former Republican governor of New Jersey, moments before announcing that he has ended his presidential bid for the White House. It's unclear what Christie's departure will mean for New Hampshire primary voters and whether or not they will go to Nikki Haley, who is now within single digits of Trump in the Granite State. Remember, they vote just a week after the Iowa caucus. House Speaker Mike Johnson is trying to keep his caucus together ahead of the January 19th partial government shutdown deadline. He told Republican commentator Hugh Hewitt on his radio show that it's a lot harder than it looks.
With a one-vote majority, a one-vote margin, we can't throw a Hail Mary pass on every play, right? I believe if we can demonstrate we govern well, we are going to grow and expand this majority in the upcoming election cycle.
And Congressman Chip Roy, the Republican from Texas, says that he's leaving his options open about whether to file a motion to vacate the House Speaker. The conservative Republican has emerged as one of the most outspoken Freedom Caucus critics against Johnson. U.S. inflation increased 0.3% in December, pushing consumer prices up 3.4% from a year ago. The data slightly missed economists' expectations, but the new Labor Department data is likely not going to change analysts' predictions that Fed Chairman Jay Powell will cut rates later this year. Meanwhile, the Securities and Exchange Commission voted Wednesday to allow mainstream investors to buy and sell Bitcoin as easily as stocks and mutual funds. This is a groundbreaking win for the crypto and blockchain industries. Alaska Airlines is canceling all flights on its 737 MAX 9 jets through Saturday. The airline's giant is waiting for regulators to give the green light before resuming the flights after the door blowout last week from the Portland, Oregon flight. New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick is parting ways with the Pats after 24 seasons. Wow. Belichick won 6 Super Bowl titles, but the Pats have struggled since quarterback Tom Brady left the team. The Pats never won a playoff game without Tom Brady. But that's not the only bombshell departure. Alabama's Nick Saban is retiring after a historic 17 seasons with the Crimson Tide. Considered one of the greatest college football coaches of all time, Saban hangs his hat with 7 national championships, 6 of which were with Alabama. The news comes, though, after Alabama's 27-20 loss to Michigan in the 2024 Rose Bowl. That's it for today's Daily Debrief. My name is Kevin Cirilli. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to The Hill's YouTube channel, and come back here soon for the intersection between politics and policy.